Let's just have some fun. Alrighty, hello everyone. Thank goodness the command points are back. I wanted to do some more legendary heroes, but unfortunately, it seems like, except for the one I managed to do with Gondor on the Argonath, it seems that the game is just glitched and it changes. Instead of changing the instead of changing what it should change, which is the power of the heroes, it instead changes the command point cap to like 12,000, which is really odd. I still don't have a full understanding of why that happened, but I've tried several different maps. Tried several different factions. I thought originally it was just the dwarves. It might be only certain maps can make it work. I don't know. But for now, we're just going back to normal games. No more special games, unfortunately. Unfortunately, God, my voice. What enemy? The dwarves. Oh dear. Last time I actually played against the dwarves as Imladris was a long time ago. Actually, it was one of the first videos back into the Edain mod. The dwarves are actually really good against Imladris, especially the dwarves of Erebor, because of their inherent tankiness and their armor rending of their guardians. The armor rending of the guardians is really difficult to deal with dwarves, with Imladris, because obviously all your basic troops are really powerful and elite. So if you're fighting against a faction that's good against really powerful and elite things, you can have a bit of trouble. And we are doing castle start, so we are going to have to go against some siege at some point. It's only a matter of time. And probably battle wagons too, so I'm going to want to have some pikes in reserve with my Blade Masters. For now though, Blade Masters are efficient enough. If we were to go full pikemen, I'd say we would lose, hands down. Because unlike with other factions whose swordsmen are kind of subpar, Dwarven melee infantry is all really advanced, especially with Erebor. So we're going to have to try something different to our typical strategy as Imladris. Wargs, okay, can't go there. There should be an outpost there, yep, and there should be another settlement here. I believe that's also protected by wargs. More guardians? All guardians, okay, I can fight that. I can win that. If they're going to focus down my troops, my hobbits, then I can squelch them. Once they kill one elf from each unit, I'll use it now. Yeah, they only killed one elf, but yeah. Even with our elves, the AoE damage we deal to a large clump means that they're better to send out forces one at a time. Or have battle wagons, which is why I'm going to get a pipe unit now. Because yeah, we don't want to be dealing with... Oh, it's just goblins, that's fine then. We can take that down. Another Regian Forge, yep. Probably build a stable just so we can say we got Glorfindel. And then that will probably be the last of our... That'll obviously take the last of our build slots. What now? More Guardians? That's fine. If it's only one unit, I have no intention of going back. We have 2 level 3 Sword Masters, which is pretty good. Another Hobbit farm. Or only get Linden Camps if I can protect it or if it's necessary. On a map like this, against dwarves, having some powerful archer hybrids aren't going to save the day. Let's look at this standing there though. And I will open the gate for them because I am not a coward. Especially not with Imladris. Get back here. Don't you run away from me. Get one more unit of pikes. No. Get blacksmithing studies. Yes? No, agriculture. I think we can hold on to these points. Against the dwarves, which are typically very slow. Even with battle wagons, which is why we're making 2 units of pikemen and having 2 units of Blade Masters with them. Yep, see, right there, Battle Wagon. Anticipated and perfectly countered. You don't get better than that. You can't get better than that. Where's my pikemen and all this? Make sure they're the ones in front when we go to the wargs. Good.
Line it up. Elves of Midland, break it down. We will defend the elven lands.
Okay, so all unit of pikes built. I could hear them from a distance. Saying they will defend the elven lands. Get another hobbit farm. And yeah, another value of getting agricultural studies over the other studies is that you can, oh, what's the word? It gives you increases to Miravor. And also lots of defences for the hobbit farms. Which are currently making 26 a pop, which is really good. And yeah, yeah, that's something the dwarves should be mindful of. We can just chase them to the ends of the earth. What is with this? What is with these lag spikes? I don't believe that. Be alert, sentries. Ugh, this lag. It's gonna get on my nerves. Gonna get A from the Shire. I always go down the right side of the tree against factions like the dwarves. Because we need that extra bit of aggressive temperament to beat down the dwarves. Especially since they're more of a glass cannon focus with Erebor, if you didn't know. Erebor are a very glass cannon focus because they do a lot of massive damage, but unlike with Iron Hills, they don't have like that extra tankiness, and unlike with Eredlune, they don't have that extra speed to like escape certain situations. But obviously, you also get all the heroes of
This is our land.
The dwarves. What the? You sneaky axe throwers hiding in there. What do you think you are? The Orokani? Which you don't know are the Red Mountain Dwarves, which are the dwarves that live in the Eastern Lands. You know, near Rune and such. Whenever that heals off cooldown, you better be using it, because if you're not, you're wasting the power. That is my personal opinion. And as someone who can say quite solidly they are one of the best Imladris players for versus AI. Not gonna say in PvP because I've not had any experience with Imladris in PvP. But yeah, when it comes to PvE, I know much, and that much knowledge is put to good use. And yep, there's the catapult I was already envisioning would show up because they've already made battle wagons. And it's got flaming shots, so they've already got the upgrades for it. Yay! I'm not cringing inside at all. This is lovely. I love fighting Siege. At least they're not making any Arkham Guard yet. If I was having to go against Arkham Guard with my units as they are right now, I would be doomed. Oh, but there's Dane and Gimli. There's a strategy I can try to implore to kill them both with just Eladon and Elro here. But that takes a lot of them. Oh, it just takes a lot. And I'm not there yet. Just not there today, unfortunately. And now there's Glowin. I can take out Glowin if he's on his own. Him and his thick hammer. Got it in. Just got to put that extra emphasis on the thick. The thick hammer. Okay, let's get out here. Close those gates. Getting heavy armor will be paramount against the dwarves. No, here on their own. They get an extra thing. They get attacks called critical hits, which do like triple damage or double damage. Yeah, there we go. But there's Dane and Gimli behind me, so I'm going to get... Just quickly do a quick in and out. Use critical hits active, so doing massive damage. Battle wagons are galore. Both into pikes, both gonna die. Dane, you cannot run away from me. I'm sorry, mate. You're not getting away. You're too old to try and run away now.
Let none survive. Let us make haste. Without delay.
How are my units
Will be
looking?
ours.
That tells me nothing. We have still got all of our 3 units. We've not used a single unit yet. Good. I'm going to get another pike to improve our current position. I'm going to get the blacksmithing studies as well.
Will be ours.
Don't need a large army against dwarves. Do not need to build a large army. I am, however, going to destroy that catapult with the sheriffs. Sheriffs. Oh, they're all going to die now to the battle wagon. Yep. We just leveled up a battle wagon with our tier 2 power. It sucks, but we did save the buildings. That's the important thing. We saved the building. We can then get it back. We can then. I'm going to set up for Glorfindel now.
We will defend the elven lands.
And I'm just going to build a postern gate so I don't have to feel like I have to keep opening and closing that gate. It gets annoying after a while.
He is upon us.
I should also have heavy armor now. Light of the Even Star does not wax and wane.
The light of the even
It is mine to give to whom I will.
It is mine to give.
Got a lot of regeneration on that heal. That's really good. And because of agricultural studies being at their advanced state, we have even more healing being provided. Throw out a deception. It sometimes works. Ah, dragon! I'm going to run away now.
Nothing shall stand before us.
I'm going to run far away now, and you're not going to chase me.
Our people must survive.
That was very terrifying. I was not expecting Gandalf. That scared the shit out of me.
Must protect Middle-earth.
I'm going to start getting heavy armor.
Of Mifflin.
I'm going to get annoyed that those firecrackers are still hitting me from a map away.
Nothing shall stand before us.
We have level 5 elves. I wish I was Mordor because I'll give Sauron a level. Yeah, all our elves have now got armor. Beautiful, graceful.
Slay the creatures. Let none survive. Remove this evil.
And now I'm going to get even.
Victory will be ours. Weapons.
I think I lost a unit of pikes. Nope, we've still got all our units. And they're Arkengard now, so I'm glad we got heavy armor, because Arkengard struggle against units that can actually live longer than they can. I have living proof of that at the beginning of this live stream, which I am not going to show on YouTube, because there was just a nice thing saying, oh yeah, I'm going to talk about this.
Our people must
And that.
survive.
And this and that and this and that. People have told me that the mystical fountain is busted. I hardly ever use it because I never find a reason to sit in my base doing nothing. Excuse me, I'm trying to go back and rest. Can you not kill my units? All our units are still alive.
Go forth.
Oh, I'm so happy my units are all still alive. But let's retreat now. Let's retreat and heal because we do need it desperately.
Victory will be
And I
ours.
can't very well go for an outpost, which is probably still protected by a troll. Yeah, people have told me these mystical fountains are like super
People
busted.
must survive.
Because they've still got the old well thing. It looks like they do have. It looks like
Strike again.
the healing they're receiving is the healing that the well used to give, which is also passive regeneration, which got curbed off because
Nothing shall stand before us.
now all wells have to use an ability. But yeah, these mystic fountains, the fact they work inside and out of the base, yeah, I can see why they're quite good, but still 700 for them. It's not like I'm getting them for free.
We are
It is an expensive upgrade. That also takes up a slot in your defenses. I completely forgot there's a settlement back here. I'm going to go back and I'm going to go back there and take it because I completely forgot it existed.
I will lead you.
Oh, I do love this mod. What are you doing? You silly goose, you can't break these walls with your hammers. You're more than welcome to keep trying.
Nothing shall
I
stand
don't
before
encourage
us.
it.
This is our
I
land.
completely forgot I could be building a Linden Watchtower. You know what? Don't need it. Don't need it. We'll be fine. As long as they don't glitch into my base because I'm building structures, I should be fine.
Our people must survive. I will lead you.
They're still attacking nothingness, which is confusing.
Our fair city grows larger. Fight with courage. They will curse these lands no
It will curse these lands no longer. We still have this, by the way. How do we still have this? Didn't they send an army to attack it or something? Or is that what's currently attacking my gates? Because they think they can actually get through my gate by this, doing this. Which they kind of have. But we won't talk about that. Military studies. Yeah, if anyone watching this is wondering how to wondering how best to play in Imladris, I do realise quite a few people that have started playing the Edain mod recently don't really know how to play in Imladris because they just don't know. Well, let's just say the way I'm playing it is the optimal way. It is the best way to play in Imladris against every faction. Because you get really efficient units that do lots of damage to all kinds of infantry. They're really tough to kill. These two heroes are really good and cheap in the early game to get. And going this way in the power tree is definitely my preferred choice, just because they give you some extra pushing power, which you do desperately need in times of crisis. I'm expecting this to get immediately attacked by some kind of catapults. Or axe throwers, you know. Axe throwers too. I just want Kurdan. Kurdan is my favourite hero for Imladris. Mostly in PvP. Not PvP, multiplayer. Just because I like to teleport an entire my allies' army to where Kurdan is standing. And sometimes that's on the other side of the map. So I'm like, they're like, oh, I'm about to kill this enemy. I'm like, no, you're not. You're waiting for me. I'm bringing your entire army to Kurdan, and you're going to wait till I get here. Capiche? I love doing that so much. I can imagine some people would hate that kind of thing. I can also imagine some people loving it. Just because it's so funny. Advanced military studies. These swordsmen are going to be what we need against Arkengard. Arkengard will just struggle against this kind of unit. Because of their increased defences or increased strength and mobility. Our Blade Masters are currently going to start falling out of place. Just because the rest of our troops are really good.
It's the enemy base. Our people must survive.
Yeah, look at those units getting melted away. Melted like a knife through hot butter.
We are called to honor.
I mean, not exactly slow units either. Gondor. I believe that's what they say anyway when that noise is said. I hear Gondor. That's what I always say. Battle wagon spam against pikes that have been fully upgraded and are level 5. Mistakes have been made.
We must rise up. Time is short.
They destroyed it. I'm so angry right now. I'm so quietly angry. I hardly ever get quietly angry, right?
Go forth without delay.
Let's get Kurdan out here. He's also really good at defending because of his ability to repair buildings and siege equipment. He is the only hero in the game, the only thing in the game that can heal siege equipment. I'm 90% sure of that. Glowing might. Glowing might be able to do that, but I believe on a full scale, like just straight away from 0 to 100, Kurdan is the only one that can heal a siege unit. They just keep bringing basic troops towards me. They're just going to fail. They are going to fail, and I'm going to laugh. So I can now get veterans of the Last Alliance, which is also why I don't go with archers, because, well, for one, you don't really need archers. 2, most factions are susceptible to just any of your infantry. Swordsmen are really good against elite troops. Swordmasters against the opposite of that, which obviously would be low tier troops or hordes. And pikemen just deal with cavalry, which like really well against cavalry. And if you ever need cavalry because you're up against a faction like, say, Lothlorien, yeah, I can see why you'd want to do that. It is viable. I mean, I've got this so I can get Glorfindel, not so I can actually make cavalry. That's my whole purpose. That's my purpose for having this building. Nuts of ash. Bombardillo. We've already got tier 10 power. The last alliance. Yes. We could rush the enemy base and destroy it if we wanted to. But that's too soon. It's too soon. I want to have more fun. It's not often I get to play Imladris and have a lot of fun doing it. And against the Dwarves of Erebor, it's a challenge. There aren't many factions that challenge me with Imladris anymore, but the Dwarves definitely are one of them. So if you don't do this exact strategy, you will suffer. I say one of the only other faction that really challenges me is Isengard. That's because Isengard is Isengard. Gondor, you want to pack in some archers or the Linden Guardians, so you have ways of countering the eagles. How much is it? 2,800. Ah, I thought it was 2,200. It's okay though, we've got him. You use Last Stand on a single...
The light of the evening star does not wax.
Kurdan, how are you not in healing range? Ah, the dragon!
Nothing shall stand before us.
But look at that, even Gandalf, using all of his powers against us, can barely make a dent on our troops. That's a level 5 banner carrier who just died. I'm not going to put it onto him. That's another one who just died. Stop killing my banners! Stop killing all my beautiful golden banners. Rude. I don't want to rush them. Let's stop. Let's stop and retreat because we are actually getting a bit weak. And they cannot... What? Level 5 Arkengard? What? I've still got 3 or 3 of my Linden Guardians. How is that dwarf unit level 5? They haven't killed anything. What? Is anyone else seeing this? Because I don't remember feeding anything to them.
Will be ours. Our people must survive.
Nope, not a clue. Not a clue. That sucks. Oh, okay. Let's get let's build an office hall just so I can have the reason to build those studies, and because the office hall can generate much more money than any other building. Oh, there goes that. And it was to a catapult as well. That makes me more angry. Aristor, you're going to supervise this office hall because you give it like 100% extra production, right? Oh, I can't show it because I would have done it. Yeah, look at this one building. Currently level 1. 54 resources. That's pretty good. To say the Regium Forge at the beginning of the game did 28 at level 1 without the supply line deficit. Although, to be fair, yeah, we lost supply line we lost the supply line deficit again, so it should be generating more now. Is it still 54 or is it more? They're down to 5 buildings again. 5 resource buildings, so this should be 55. Wow. Yep, it's definitely worth having that. Well, I fell back because I wanted to have some more fun, but you're not making it easy for me, dwarves.
Nothing shall stand before us. Weapons.
The 2 split and 2 uncoordinated.
Our people must survive. Fight with courage.
Savages, evil is upon us.
To be fair, on an open map like this, if it was a camp start, it'd be a bit more difficult. Obviously, as I said, we've got no more resource structures anywhere. They just completely made us jump into a hole here. We're trapped in our fortress in a sense, and in another sense, we're not at all because we have an army that will not die, and there is nothing they can do about that. Are they having to destroy my wall by having me assault it with my own catapult? That's just rude. It's probably not their intention at all because it's an AI. But it annoys me that it could be that. It could be that. Tangarohide. Leithoi Thiline.
We've expanded the barracks.
Our people must survive. Victory
Keep going. The last unit of veterans should be arriving shortly.
The light of the even star does not wax away.
The enemy is at hand.
It is mine to give to you.
Now, once Curling gets level 10, I always go to get all 3 Linden Guardians because they're free, quick ass recruitment.
Show them their graves.
Yeah, if I posted a bit more Starlight, that would have done more damage. That's a shame.
Death is approaching.
Glorfindel, what?
Gain this field.
Oh, right, Arkengard. Shit.
Let me show you.
Slay the creatures.
Arkengard are really good at hero killing, and my units are chased. What are the AI doing? Are they trying to outmaneuver me? They actually think that was going to work on me. So it almost did. They were using an Arkengard unit that was constantly running around
This is our land.
to get my units to constantly chase it while I was trying to focus on keeping everything else alive. And then they used that against me. Those cheeky buggers.
Nothing shall stand before us.
At least they're learning. At least they're trying. Well,
We must
that
rise
quickly
up.
faded.
Victory will be ours.
I'm gonna get the influence of the even star, so we can then get the glory of the firstborn. Which, to be fair, in this stage we don't need it, because all it does is give our units automatic upgrades.
Evil is upon us.
Our people must
Yeah, it's nothing
survive.
special on the knights either. It's just the same thing. Don't you dare! Oh yeah, I've tried using this teleport on enemy units. Doesn't work. Only on friendly units. Although it could be an allies unit, so you use it on, and it will
We
work.
must protect the woods. Watch for the enemy.
Extra leadership and power of the
We must
firstborn,
stand against them.
or
I will lead
martial
you.
prowess, whatever it's called. I don't remember.
Settle.
Middle Earth's the last line
We
of defense.
must
That's
rise up. Remove this evil.
they're the last line of
I will
defense.
lead you. You shall know.
Come on, Kurdan, get that last level.
The light of the even star does not
Nothing
wax
shall
away.
stand before us.
It is mine to give to you.
I feel like I'm missing one other hero other than Elrond and Halbarad.
The fighting has begun.
No, this is everyone. Oh, Gildor, that's right. I'm used to seeing Gildor on here as well.
Barracks.
Okay, we can now get Guardians of Linden, English, for free recruitment time.
For the west side. They
It's faster than Call the Horde, by the way. Actually, no. I don't actually know which is quicker. If Call the Horde is quicker, or if the Instant Lindens is quicker. Obviously, the time it takes to go through all of that is very quick. So yeah, it would look like it's should be quicker. But Call the Horde, the speed at which it goes through, it's not like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It like speeds around. I might be thinking of BFME 1, Call the Horde, but I'm fairly certain Call the Horde is super strong and capable of being faster than anything else.
I will lead you. Hurry.
Come on, everyone, let's get in there. Sanctuary of Knowledge, since we can't use other thing. I can't remember the name of it. Use Aglos.
shall stand before us. To arms. Let none stand.
Oh, if you're wondering what the units from the Power of the Firstborn ability would be, it's this. This is basically what they look like, but they also have the power they have at the bottom of their thing. Yeah, Gil-galad is super strong. If you had Elrond, you can do that twice. But that's not busted at all. And yet, that's just the power of Imladris. My favourite faction by far. My favourite and my best. By a pretty sizable margin. And also because every hero just serves some very good purposes. Glorfindel is stupidly good. The fact he can do this makes it almost worth getting that one stables just to get him. Although typically if I'm in a situation where I'm in trouble, I will actually use the stables and get some knights. But against dwarves who are very slow, there's no real need. There really is no need. if anything, having a stables permanently in your base is actually a detriment because you're losing out on economy.
The shadow must be stopped.
Or a second barracks to get your troops out faster. It all ebbs and flows.
Nothing shall stand before us. Victory will be ours.
I think the furthest I've got these veterans is level 14.
This is our land.
Well, so far we've got one level 7, so we might get there. We might get to what I'm looking for. What I'll be striving for.
Weapons.
You don't need your bows.
This is our land.
Everyone needs only swords to win this war. Yeah, talk about Gondor troops with all their extra leaderships and stuff doing massive damage, and dwarves with Arkengard just crunching through enemy buildings.
Must survive.
These elves just do it for fun.
We must rise
Honestly.
up.
These elves just do that kind of thing for fun, and they enjoy it. They know they do.
Victory will be
Oh,
ours.
pardon me. I'm a voice again. 69 giggity is when you get level 2, and I believe only one storage reduction, supply reduction. Now we're making, at level 3, 83. 83 resources a tick, thanks to Eristore. And that's not like a temporary thing like industry for Isengard. That is a permanent thing you can keep going, although obviously if you want faster recruitment or banner carriers, I should have probably thought about banner carriers, you need to put Eristor in here. Horse shield, you need to put in their stables. In a library you can get Lore Masters cheaper.
Nothing
But
shall
yeah,
stand before
I
us.
don't use Lore Masters. You don't need Lore Masters. I say the only time you typically want Lore Masters
Will be ours.
is if you're trying to do a special type of defense map
Stay on guard.
and you need a way of protecting the gates. So you'd go for Earth and I think about Norris tier 10 powers, they are perfect. Their tier 4 powers, their 10 PowerPoint powers are both perfect.
We will face them.
They are both perfection incarnate. I cannot think of any ways to make Imladris better than what they already are. Honestly, I can't. They're just too good. To me, they are perfect. Alright then, victory! And I think I'm going to call it a day here. I know it's been I'd say it's been a medium-sized stream, so it's been 2 hours. I just wanted to make sure I get enough videos made for stream because I'm going to be out on Saturday, so I might not be able to have time to stream. Because I'm going to meet with someone. Hope you've all enjoyed today, and I will see you all next week on stream, and I will see you in the next video on YouTube. Farewell.